Welcome between these hallowed hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs. Where they've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Vols will kick it off to get us underway. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. On first down, here comes this offense. The back goes in motion. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Escapes the sack. Getting some heat. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
They'll give it to the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Tennessee. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Georgia.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Going to try to get it himself. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Comes out throwing on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10, here he comes. And the returner will be knocked down. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Leaves it with the running back. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage. The first play does nothing. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
The Vols with the 1st and 10. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. To the air on first down. Buys a little time. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running behind that left side. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll test the right side. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And how about the true freshman, trusting him down near the goal line, down near the red area to give him the football. And listen, you know he wants to punch one in. Been talked about a lot, a high recruit. Everybody's singing his praises. He wants to get in that end zone and hear his name called one time.
This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a fourth down stop. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance.
All kinds of running room. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. Quick touch pass to the receiver. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll go with a direct snap. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Georgia 7, Tennessee 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll ride the hot hand. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28. The Dogs moving quickly to the line. On the option. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
A 3rd and long coming up here. The give to the tailback. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Here's the give off the left side. Sweet cut there. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
One of the areas they really focused on for this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. First down for this offense. He's going to pass. Looking deep. Working that left side. That's where they'll mark him. A very productive play and a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. He's looking to throw it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Pollard.
It's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Keeps looking downfield. Complete in the middle. Smashes through the tackle. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Volunteers are flying down the field. Fast motion from the offense. He wants to throw. Finds his man down the middle.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
The Volunteers getting set on 1st and 10. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And you race it to the house. Touchdown ball. Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Georgia going up tempo.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, doing the making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Let's see what they've got on second down. Motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Here's the handoff. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. They'll try to snap it quickly. He's looking for a man on second down. Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. This is a designed run. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on 4th down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Georgia.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Georgia Tech has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Bobby Dodd Stadium. They're up by 11 over the Pandas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Give to the back. Got room at the 35. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. It's caught. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped them pick up that first.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to find his man on first down. Looking to scramble. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They'll go to the ground. At the 40, there he goes. Nothing but green ahead. The 20. Touchdown, Tennessee. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And he tacked on the extra point. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Thompson. He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
On the option. Now the pitch. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to go up top on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Oh, he makes the catch. Tackled there by the defense.
God, he's annoying to play against. You think about it as a defense, I'm trying to cage you in, trying to keep you in the pocket, and then he's just whoop, 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 spinning all over the place, getting outside the pocket, making plays, and then you got to go chase him again and again and again. Just wears you out.
Quarterback keeper. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And after the explosive run, giving this offense a little bolt of energy, he steps out of bounds with a first down.
As a defense, when you're trying to stop the run, it's really as simple as just doing your job. You have to have gap integrity up front. DBs need to come downhill and fill, and the defense wasn't able to get it done.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Wants to fire on second down. Makes his connection. Tackled immediately after the catch.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man out of the backfield. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
A field goal attempt from here would just be 48 yards, but they'll try to move the chains on fourth down and short. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's such a terrible feeling, too, if you're the quarterback, because on fourth down, they're calling for you on a designed run. They're putting all their hopes on you to somehow go out and get that first, and he knew it. There was just nowhere to go. It's got to be a terrible feeling when you know the defense has won, especially on fourth down, and you're going to be coming off the field.
Off-play action on first down. He lets one fly deep. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown Volunteers! And that one will put him up here in the second half. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Guided out of bounds at the 32 after a good return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. Georgia going up tempo. Quarterback checking the play. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Looking to move it through the air. Going for the big play. And he intercepts it. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Smashes through. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Tennessee 24, Georgia 17.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Wide out in motion. Back to the ground game on the left. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
With jet sweep pass. Past the 40. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
And the Vols will hustle to the line.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his play.
Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, the offense is in that fringe area. This is a place where a lot of coordinators like to take shots. They tried one there, just weren't able to come up with it.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a third and long. Looks as if he's going to run it. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Headed to the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown ball. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Just about set to kick it away.
31, Georgia, 17.
Looking for blockers. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Line gets set, 1st down. He wants to throw. He's got him wide open. Ripping through the defense. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
Nice job by the quarterback. Hey, the defense is going to let your big tight end be wide open like that. He will take that throw all day long, and they do for a big game.
This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Touch pass on the run. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a 1st down.
They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They're going to throw it again. Coming after him. Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on 1st down, but the defense was ready. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia! That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they need. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Syracuse is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Ernie Davis among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by just 4 to UTSA. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. He's going to pass. The throw. Got him downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. This guy's putting up some numbers today, approaching that Joey Kent, Marcus Nash territory.
He's been unbelievable. There's just no way to stop him. The defense hasn't had answers. It's throw it to him short, he can make plays. It's throw it to him long. You got to do something to slow this guy down right now because he is absolutely killing this defense.
And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll go right back to him. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the grab. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally...
No, dog, that pass was so ass right there, dog. Oh, my God. Can't believe he didn't pick at me. Hey, dog. Hey, dog, that's the worst pass you done threw all game long, dog. They ain't let me do nothing with it, dog. Oh, my God.
And the Volunteers have it with
good game, man.
The give to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
That's got to be demoralizing for the defense.
Yeah.
You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field. You can't stop the run. When
hey, y'all, yeah, your team is tough, man. You got some speed out there, man.
A lot more physical.
So you got that 99 speed running back. You know, you got some weapons out there, man.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll leave it with him. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Tennessee.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. A designed run for the quarterback. Oh, look out. The ball's free. And the offense will maintain possession. Son, that ball must be riveted to your ribcage.
That was a fumble, too, man. Come on.
Timeout called there by the defense.
Oh, okay.
And save as much time as possible. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call.
Turn the corner, man. Turn the corner. Dang. Good game, man.
The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that lead grows even bigger. So after the last drive, with a field goal, the kickoff.
Did I beat you the first time? Okay, I didn't think I got over the hump, man. I can't get over the hump, man. Your fast ass team, dang.
Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Goes with no cigar, man. Can't get over the hump, man. At least let me, see if I can get another touchdown, keep it from getting too far out of the, so I can, so I can, try to, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Try to give me a little something, man.
David, not a lot of time left, so execution has to be at a premium here.
Yeah, and I probably want to go fast. I want to throw the football.
Oh, man, leave him alone, man. Leave my guy alone out there, man. Feel me?
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll throw it on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Good. I wasn't trying to throw it to him anyway. God, they made me throw it to the wrong person. Hit the wrong button.
All right, you dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Got a man in the middle.
Hey, that's what you would have done.
And they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Going up top on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And that pass intercepted.
Good game.
And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. And as we get later in this game, Jesse, you want to keep moving the ball and being aggressive, but don't turn the thing over.
So how about getting the running game going right here, David, on this drive? Let those big fellas up front get some push, bleed the clock, move the chains.
Yeah, no need to get greedy. I know the passing stats and you want to score, but you're right. The clock right now is your friend with a two-possession lead.
He wants to throw here on second down. Skips away from pressure.
Don't pass the ball. Put it in there, man.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalries